All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Rakakadash. Just want to touch on a few things, especially Jake and Jake in general, whether you got the original look or the Israelite foreigner look. A lot of you idiots sag your trousers, showing your backside. Now that originally started in the plantations. You know, when Jake was out there during slavery, you know, and a lot of the Edomites, right, liked that were Moes, that had the eye on a particular Jake, would let them wear loose trousers. And basically some of them Jakes were so turned out as well, and they would just advertise their backside. You know what I mean? And then it went into the penitentiary, because there's nothing new under the sun, right? This thing travels with Jakes to curses. And this guy, Fleece Johnson, you've probably seen his little cameo in the cartoon version in, what's that fucking pro? The Boondocks, I think it's called. Is it Boondocks? I think so, yeah. And he says, he even mentioned himself, that Saggin thing, right? He likes it. He likes it when a guy shows his ass, or, you know, his backside, his buttocks. He likes it. It turns him on. And it also advertises the fact that you're a Mo. Okay, you're a homosexual. Okay, you are into that so-called lifestyle. It's not really a lifestyle, it's a death style, because you can't bring no life forth from it. Okay, and Esau, right, is a Mo by nature. It's in their blood to be that way. That's why a lot of Jakes, a lot of stand-up comedians make jokes about it. You know, don't drink. Even in the world, we always say that, man, don't hang out with Esau, man. Don't get drunk with him. You know, before we even know about that, you were a Jake, that saying, man, you know, stay away from them peckerwoods, man, them crackers, is, you know. Obviously, you know, as a younger man in the 80s and 90s, and you know, we'll call them honkies. We said, listen, man, I ain't drinking with them, man. They're weird. You know, and every time you work around these devils, they always talk about a man's private parts. And this is just amongst them, men. You know? And I think to myself, that's weird. And I was talking to Jake at work. I said, why do these motherfuckers always talk about, you know, a man's dick? You know? I said, when Jake is together, we talk about women. We talk about, you know, men in the world. You talk about women, right? That's what you talk about. You know? It's natural for them to be that way. And a lot of Jakes have found out the hard way, where they got drunk with them, and they ended up in a hotel room, and they woke up with a sore backside. You know, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Okay, and a lot of Jake go prison. They're in there for years and years and years and years. Okay, I would say, right, if you have done that act, even if you're locked up, you had that tendency in the first place. Okay, because a real man, right, cannot even imagine doing that, because that a man's backside, right, from a man's point of view, cannot replace a beautiful curvy woman and her vagina. Okay, fucking no way. Right, that cannot be replaced in any shape or form. That, as a real man, that's what we desire, that's what we want. You know, okay, we like the look of a woman, the smell of a woman, the shape of a woman. Okay, just a little look at her shape just triggers me anyway. You know, right? So you had those tendencies in the first place. And that's the Lord letting you know that he doesn't like you, hence the reason why he's put that demon on you. Isaiah 45 verse 7, where the Lord deals with the right hand side and the left hand side. You know, puts those demons on you to be that way. Okay, Deuteronomy 32:32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall or gal. Their clusters are bitter. Okay? So it's natural for them to be that way. Even their women, you know? You know, some of you Jakes that have had, you know, a couple of Edomite women together, you know, you get them drunk enough, they do that shit together, because then what happens? Getting drunk puts demons on them. You know, gin, vodka, alcohol. I think alcohol is sort of like an abbreviation for a demon's name. And you know what a jinn is. Even these Muslims use that term jinn for a demon. You know, and that you drink enough, and then obviously a portal opens, and then that demon jumps inside you. You know, triggers what was already in you, because you're the seed of the evil. You're Edomites. You know, you're seed of the wicked. And then you got our women that partake in that bullshit, because the woman is gullible, you know, and they partake in that because they get paid for it. They're on OnlyFans or whatever, or they go to Dubai, or, you know, Ishmael pays them enough money and they do it, you know. I mean, Michael Jackson's sister is one of them. I don't know whether she went that far, but I'm sure she did. We don't know what she did behind closed doors, man. She probably had a train run on her, and she doesn't know who the child's father is. It's one of them filthy Ishmaelites. You know, Joel 3:3, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Okay, a harlot is a hoe. So basically, they made a boy into a hoe or a prostitute. You know, that's the hell Jake's gone through, man. And if you idiots out there can't see the fact that the hell Israelites have gone through from the four corners of the earth, especially Ground Zero America, and all the seven captivities we've been in, we've gone through all this, and still to this day, we're the salt of the earth, and the Lord has left that little bit in us. Can you imagine when it's turned up properly when we're in the kingdom? And if you can't see the fact that we're the Lord's chosen, but there's elect within the elect, but as a whole, I'm saying that, you know, you can't see the fact that you're special people. Okay? That's a stumbling block, where the Lord doesn't like you, where the Lord has blocked, Yahweh Shem Yahshua has blocked that understanding and that gift, you know? And also hasn't given you the name, pursuant to Acts 4:12. Because there's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. All right, let's check this out.
We met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they going to do? You won't let them have a woman. They're going to have each of somebody's going to have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty. Booty was more important than food. Booty. A man's butt. It was more important. I'm certain. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants their butt. it's a style. They call it some sort of a gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see,
You heard it from a Mo, okay? As vile as it, as disgusting as what he said was, I do apologize about that. But at the end of the day, you got to hear the raw truth, because this world is effed up. Okay, you heard it. Okay, he says this new generation that sag, he goes, it's sexy to us. It's sexy to them, Mo's that like that sort of thing. You know. So keep sagging, man, if you like that shit. There's nothing gangster about that. What did the Lord say? You have to gird up your loins like a man. That means pull up your trousers, tie your belt up tight. Okay? You want to put it in street terms? Pull up your trousers, tie your belt up tight, and tie your Timberlands up tight too. Okay? Have you seen when two Jakes fight each other? They're always pulling up their trousers because their trousers are sagging and they can't fight and they end up losing the fight. And wasn't that guy, I think I saw a fight about a year ago, the baby was in a Versace or a Louis Vuitton shop or store or something, and then he beat the shit out of a Jake there, and the Jake's trousers was around his ankles because he was sagging. He couldn't fight because his trousers were sagging.
but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you say your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know, and it just says so.
So you heard it. He goes, keep sagging your pants, someone's going to be up your butt. It's that simple. Okay? Salakia for the topic, but I had to touch on it. It's a vile world we live in. This is, for the youngsters out there, stop sagging. Stop that bullshit. There's nothing gangster about it. Okay? And if you're painting your nails and all that shit, stop that shit too. Okay? Especially to Israel. I don't care about the rest of the heathens and stuff. This is for the Israelites. Whether you got the visible look or you're an Israelite foreigner and you understand this word and you have the Lord's name and you agree with it. Okay? It's not just America we've been in slavery in. We've been in slavery in many countries, many lands. And Jake likes numerous types of women. Just like today, Jake is always with a woman of other nations. Okay? And they have babies that look like sometimes their mothers. Then those boys grow up and they marry women that look like their mothers. Because a so-called black woman is the least desirable woman on the planet, which I agree with, I mean, there's some fine-ass sisters out there, but overall, most Jakes like, women of other nations, be it Elamite women, Northern Kingdom Israelite women, Edomite women, Moabite women, Ammonite women, and some of these swarthy-looking, I think, Israelite foreigner women, like beautiful Sicilian women, which are Judite women, by the way, but they like that look. You know what I mean? That tan complexion, that long, curly, dark hair. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes the children end up looking like their mothers. So, if it's not about having, looking like a so-called Negro, even though most of us, our forefathers were so-called Negro. Okay? So don't get it twisted. Okay? That's the original look. That is, if you want to put it in layman's terms, that is a superior look. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai has that look, our king. His Majesty has that look. And most importantly, Abanawa Yahweh has that look. Okay? Daniel 7 and 9. All right? Revelation 1 through to 114 onwards. Read the description of Yahweh Shai. Acts 13 verse 1. Right? Anyway, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Kodash. Shalom.